People of the internet, the Akaash lies got much, much worse. And today we're going to expose more of them just for you. Right, meow?
It was like turbulent households for both of us. We don't need to get too personal. But yeah, it's turbulent. So we didn't have any tools. Our fights would get crazy. Like, I am very calm with her until I'm not. And then it's hard for me to cap the anger.
0 to 100 in a second.
0 to 100.
0 to 0 for 10 days and then...
She never felt unsafe like I would hit her.
Sure.
But like, I like hit myself a couple of times like a fucking maniac. And like, that's not going to make you feel safe either.
No.
So it was a lot of therapy. As soon as we got together, I'd been thinking about therapy for a while. And I realized I love this girl. And I don't even think I knew how much until therapy. But like, I was like, yeah, I love this girl. This girl I want to make it work with. I can't let this get in the way. So I started therapy 2016, I think. And then it didn't even really take hold, I feel like, until like 2019. And then 2021, I felt in like, whatever, 2024, 2025. I'm feeling more and more like it's just one of my therapists, a couples therapist we had said.
I don't know if most of you caught this lie, but the general one you would think is they've claimed to have this perfect relationship and that all was good. And you see that they were doing incredibly bad fights. He was hitting himself, just and having these terrible arguments. And pretty quickly into their relationship, they needed therapy. But that's not the lie. Because if you go back and you listen, and he was saying 2016, he started to figure out whatever, and he needed therapy. And it wasn't till 2019. Well, you know what happened between 2018 and 2019? They were broken up. More evidence that the lie Akaash told that they stayed together is not true this whole time. They did not stay together. They were broken up. Because when he went broke in 2018, Jasleen broke up with him. Just more proof, but that's not the good one because we caught her on tape admitting she's a gold digger. Folks, you no longer have to wonder about whether Jasleen is a gold digger or not. Well, I won't tell you. Let's listen to her real quick. Come on.
I think the misconception about me is that maybe I'm a gold digger or that I came from privilege, which are both partly true.
Damn. Got him. Right there. There it is. She came from privilege and she a gold digger. It makes more sense why she broke up with Akaash in 2018, because she could be with Akaash, broke, and with a man she don't want nothing to do with, or she could run back to mommy and daddy and get her life back. This also explains her need for things because she was raised privileged and she was raised as a princess. And thus, she expects that treatment from a man. Now, let's look at what Akaash has to say to this.
Partly true.
And marriage, at the end of the day, my homies will say, who have been married for a long time, marriage at the end of the day is practical.
Practical.
It is a practical thing.
And it's a lot of the same people who
Ain't
talk
nobody
about...
talking about your wife because your wife keep her mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very simple. Like, all of us got girls, we got wives. We are choosing not to make them public figures.
Yeah.
They are choosing not to make our lives public.
I think that
You know what Akaash did right there? Where you saw him get all tensed up like somebody walked over my grave. Right? That saying, when you get a chill, somebody walked over your grave. That's what happened to Akaash right there. Because Akaash realized that not this one, because I think this came out this year, but all them TikToks and shit were out there. Akaash knew then that it was going to come back and haunt him. But what he said before that exchange with Andrew Schultz, that a marriage is practical. It's like a business relationship. It's just practical, straightforward. Yeah, when you're in a marriage where you're just used for your wallet. But we should have seen these things coming, right? Because they were saying them back then. But I want to move on to this next clip I'm going to show you right here. Because in this clip, it reiterates that point of what a marriage is and why it's practical, right? Because once again, the famous, the lovely Jasleen will explain it and break it down for us. Here we go.
Have like a good marriage, knock on wood. Not my pantry being open. I think it's because my husband's never here.
Yeet! Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. And they're coming to get you, Jasleen, because all of those lies that you and Akaash have been saying because of this backlash do not match up with what you said before. They do not. There is no clue here to why you say these things. You have to understand that when you're a manipulator, a con man, someone in the Rogan sphere, it starts to become hard to keep up with those lies. And she said so many things about her marriage, but then in her past, it all contradicts what she was saying back then, what she's saying today. Because she's lying now and she said the truth back then. Now, if you're in a relationship, your partner, you're intimate, you're going to love them. You're going to be attracted to them. You're going to touch the fondly bits. But the thing is they claim that they do. But once again, Jasleen contradicts it when she's not trying to cover up the backlash and keep her position secure in Akaash's wallet. But I just want to show you that they're definitely not hooking up because look right here.
Clothes made my clothes so smelly.
The smell is unreal because the balls. No offense to the homeless people, but like, you know, when you get on the subway and there's like a homeless person sleeping and like everyone has to get out of that car?
Yeah.
That's what my husband's balls smell like. Oh my God, I hope he's not mad.
Could you imagine if your partner was out there on the internet saying, hey, he got some stinky salty balls. He got some stinky balls. Could you imagine that? How would that make you feel? And if she does feel that way, and if a normal person, you know, if you smell something down there on your partner, it's not going to make you want to go down there. We don't like bad smells unless you're just some bum person that don't clean yourself or your place. You can't be saying these things. And what these guys are forgetting is that you don't need to put this on the internet. But there's more that they put on the internet. So let's go over there. The more on the internet is not Jasleen this time. It's Andrew Schultz speaking with bad friends. So let's take a look.
Our goal is to make Akaash's wife the biggest TikTok star.
She's so hot.
TikTok.
Yeah.
And she's beautiful. She's great. But my goal is to remove all the leverage he has in his relationship.
That's so
So if
funny.
she's making way more money.
Is she in the business or no?
No, she's just on TikTok.
Yeah.
There we go.
And how many subscribers does she have?
I mean, it would make me feel really good for her to surpass Akaash in fame.
But why?
Money.
Ask yourself the question why.
Because it's funny.
Yeah, we like to see our friends suffer.
Yeah, what the fuck?
This is the point.
What do you think this whole show is?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. There she is.
Yeah, there she is. Wow.
How are you guys doing? I'm here on Valentine's Day.
Dead on.
The second I said it, I was like, this is a horrible idea. Jasleen, I'm trying to build you up. Okay?
Wow.
Watch
There
me
she
get
is.
ready for my first Rolex. Have you guys ever had Lucky Charms in the morning, man? I'm getting a charm on my wrist. A Rolex, man.
Our goal is.
You know, it's more confirmation that she's a gold digger. Andrew Schultz just confirmed that she's not working. She's just on TikTok doing nothing. She's there. She's not even trying. Like, here's the thing. If you're sitting around all day, like Akaash has to go make that money. He's a comedian, so he's gone all the time, as Jasleen has admitted, which makes her happy. At some point, you're going to get bored if you don't have a purpose, you don't have a project, you don't have some kind of goal you're working towards. You know, that's the normal person. And eventually, though time off is good, you want to start progressing to a goal because you have to work, you have to provide, and you just have to give yourself some mental stability and clarity by getting that energy out. But not if you're a gold digger. You have no drive. The only drive you have is aimed at Akaash's wallet. And it's pretty crazy to be a person like that, to just be so shameless. We saw that she admitted it. But I'm glad she did, because guess what? When that flagrant episode pops on, and Akaash is finally on it. It's going to break the internet. It's going to break it. It's going to break it like crazy. It's going to be like, it's going to be an exciting event. I'm waiting for it, but we just don't know when it's going to happen. We're just sitting here every morning. I'm like, please let this be the day. Let this be the day that Akaash has to sit on that couch across from Andrew Schultz, right? Everybody else is exciting too. But, in the meantime, while they're scheduling it, hopefully, I've been playing this scenario around in my head. And I picture it from them walking in the door. You got Andrew Schultz, you got Akaash, there's some tension, and behind Akaash is Jasleen. Jasleen's got to be there, right? She's got to keep control. She got to make sure Akaash don't say nothing stupid that disagrees with her new narrative about their relationship. And then Akaash's mom's coming because she's watching on Jasleen, making sure she don't rope, her little boy and pull on his strings and make him do what she wants. They all get in there. Andrew's sitting on his little chair. Akaash is on the couch, right? Andrew was just being a dick and just for laughs. So he put Jasleen in the chair next. Only 2 chairs, one for Jasleen's mom and one for Jasleen behind the cameras, And Andrew's just laughing, thinking about it. He's looking over at Jasleen like, Jasleen, you're the reason for the word bitch. Akaash's mom is like, bitch. And then you got fucking Akaash sitting on the couch. He looking all nervous. He keep looking up like this, looking at Jasleen. Jasleen will just throw these nasty stares at him sometimes. And when he sees that, he's like, I love the way you move. Do, do, do. I love the way you move. He's trying to stay in the good graces. He know he ain't got no other shots from no other woman, even though he's got to take this torture. He's not going to address it. He's just going to tell her she's beautiful and he'll do anything. And then in between the time, when Jasleen's throwing stares over at Akaash, she looks over his mom. She's trying to mend this relationship because she don't need the mom going, and talking behind Akaash's back. And really, she don't want to be in a fight with the mother. Well, she probably is. But she'll look over slowly, at Akaash's mom, trying to get back in the graces like, I'm sorry, Miss Singh. I am for real. I never meant to make Akaash cry. I apologize 1,000,000 times. And everybody's going to be watching it. Everybody's going to be watching it. Even them white boys in the frat house, they be looking at the screen like, she lives in my lap. Forever my Jasleen. And then, of course, I'm going to be there, front row and center, just like, hey, yeah, uh-oh. It's going to be a good day, folks. But this brings our episode to an end. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. And if you got any good leads, I want them, because this shit is riveting. Don't stay.